Big Bro Listens Reacts. I'm Taylor. So
What's up, y'all?
And today we're going to be reacting to Batwoman Season 2, Episode 7, Just Keep Digging.
It's best you stop digging.
It's best you stop digging.
You're terrible with the titles. That wasn't even close.
It's alright.
Last episode we had Alice put the fake mask on Mouse's body of Ocean's face, and then she's using that to get back to the island, to get back at what's her face, Sophia, and then we had Mary and her dad getting kidnapped by the psycho dude because he wanted the cure to cure the pain in his head. And then we had Ryan, who was dealing with her pain from her kryptonite wound, and Luke finally found that out, and he was kind of realized that she didn't want to tell him because he was always judging her constantly and doubting her. And so she realized also that she has to get to the island in order to cure herself. So there's that. Then everybody was after the map. And I think the guy who sent the people who worked in the insane asylum, they have the map now currently, I believe, because they took it from Sophie because they took her hostage. So, well, at the end they took her hostage when she was trying to rescue, when they were trying to rescue Mary and her dad, Commander Crow. So yeah, and then Commander Crow was also telling Mary, "Oh, I got to shut down your clinic," and then she kind of went off on him.
Yeah.
So, because she wasn't too happy about that. So we're gonna see where this takes us. I know I did read that Ruby Rose said she'd be open to returning as Kate Kane to finish up that storyline. So hopefully they, capitalize on that and go with it, So, because I would love to see Kate Kane's story come to an end, and kind of she gives Ryan her blessing to move on, since this whole storyline kind of just revolves around Kate Kane missing, and we got to get to the island at some point. So we'll see, but let's get started. Full and early reactions are available on Patreon.
Stop.
Okay, remember a few days ago when I deleted half the DVR to make room for your shows? Just remember you like me, okay?
Dang. Yeah, it's growing. Stop doing that. Who is that? Was that Alice?
Yeah.
She was pretending to punch her?
I seriously freak out right now, but I'm pretty sure the kryptonite just entered her brain.
Uh-oh. She gonna start hallucinating?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Probably.
Meditation is fun.
That's, remember, Sophia's second in charge.
Tatiana, I think you'll find the
Oh yeah, her name's Tatiana. Remember? Because I made fun of that name.
I didn't think you had it in you.
Oop.
You really shouldn't be thinking at all, Tatiana.
Now you figured it out by now. Sophia had your memories wiped.
Duh.
I know. But Sophia ruled over an island. I was an orphan runaway. What was so threatening about that rule me?
To understand what made you a threat, you have to understand what made you appealing. You and Sophia had a common enemy.
Catherine Edmonton? I remember.
After Catherine burned Sophia on an island defense system, Sophia instructed us to steal one of her yachts to teach her a lesson. It turns out vengeful minds think alike, because we found you stowed away in the cabin, wearing her clothes, swilling her 5-figure bottles of champagne.
Can I kill her now?
You fought off 4 of my men before we put you down. To me, you were a feral animal. But
Seems y'all trained her too well.
You were something else. You were special.
First, I'd like to know why a beautiful young woman with her entire life ahead of her was found sequestered away on a boat floating in the middle of nowhere.
Let's just say I've grown accustomed.
Oh, okay, so this is before
the real
She was
world
on the
can be
island.
a
I thought she was
place
saying she
sometimes.
captured her later on after she, I don't know, tried to escape or something.
Yeah.
Thought she stole the yacht to get back to home. But no, this is how they found her.
Family, I was dead. While I spent the last 11 years in my kidnapper's basement cell.
You did the one thing she never could. Escape. She would never admit it, but to this day, she considers herself a prisoner of Coriana.
Oh, poor thing. It must be so hard being handed a kingdom.
Who's
But I remember
Coriana?
all of this.
I don't know.
When did Ocean factor in?
That's the name of the island, isn't it?
I realized
I
you
don't know.
had purpose. Technically, you were our prisoner, but she wanted to harness the rage you had for Catherine by making you one of her loyal soldiers.
I think we need to ask my dad to bring the flower back with Kate.
If he finds the map, and if he gets there in time. Not to mention, Mary, that the man just shut down your clinic. How do you think he'll react to finding out you're on the bat team?
I'm still in the brainstorming phase.
Yep, here comes the hallucinations. She's not gonna know what she's doing, but how are they gonna stop her?
So you're telling me
Yeah. Well, they have access
Little
to the
crush.
file from the computer.
on the first cute boy I laid eyes on after escaping
And I doubt she took her
captivity
suit.
for 11
She wouldn't have
years.
had all that time to suit up and
Truly
everything.
island queen. Angelique is a good person.
She also gets in trouble, and I don't want you getting roped into her drama. You were put on this earth for bigger and better things,
I
child.
know you tell me this every day.
Mama? What the? Why'd you say?
Or was she? Did she die from a head injury? That the last picture in her head of her, probably.
Do you copy? Batwoman! She just hit 92 miles per hour and she's not answering her comms.
Where the hell is she going?
She's headed towards the west end.
Driving under the influence, not
Oh
good.
no. Of course that's where she went.
Where? Where's she going?
Brain isn't working, so she turned to her heart.
He's like, that doesn't even make any sense.
What the actual hell?
Angelique.
How do you know my name? Are you okay?
Hey, where's your wine opener?
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
I don't drink.
Oh my god, this
I'm
is...
sorry, how do you know my life?
Angie, what is going on?
Shouldn't you be out, like, fighting crime?
I'm looking for your friend. Ocean.
No idea who you're talking about.
Maybe you know what this is.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
I'm trying to figure out what's going through her,
Me?
like going through her head right now.
Look, the dude grows shrooms in a concrete jungle. If you can't find him, maybe you shouldn't quit your day job.
Or I'll haul your ass into the cops. And I'll let them sort it out of you.
All right, fine. You got me. You'll find him in Coventry. I'll give you a head start.
Wow. I mean, she's definitely not wearing her Sunday best right now,
Yeah.
mental-wise.
Who's that?
Probably Luke and... yeah, Mary. Wait, why are we not driving the Batmobile?
Yeah. Somebody get in the Batmobile.
Okay, he is.
Come on, we don't have time for this.
She wants to drive the Batmobile. No, I would have been the same way. If you don't give me those things, I would drive the Batmobile. Everybody wants to drive the Batmobile. It's like everybody's dream.
Yeah.
It's the one thing everybody in the world has in common. We all want to drive that. This strobe blurry effect is straining on the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting justice.
Hmm.
My mother deserves.
So basically saying she's in the right now, her mindset is like to the point where like she's so angry about what happened she could murder right now. So they better be careful. And she got them batarangs that are just as sharp as those knives she's holding.
Yeah, they better scan her down or
It's a
something.
turn for GPS.
So petty. So petty.
Some for the fishies. So, you're really not getting it, are you?
Well, you're not exactly unfolding the plot to a Shakespearean drama here.
Sophia would
Not really.
claim she wanted you for her army. Survival instincts would make you an excellent fighter.
She
and
wanted her to
advisor.
lead it.
And what would you claim?
That she was in love with you.
Oh. Okay. That was not what I was expecting.
You know, plot twist.
Sounds like training's going well.
You have to see the point of an army. You have no crime here. Everyone walks around with a smile. I'm in Rome and Pleasantville.
That's actually why I invited you here. Its serum can cure illness, hereditary disease. It can expunge toxins, pathogens. This simple flower is a miracle cure-all, Alice. And it's my birthright to protect it at all costs.
Hence the army.
Hence the army. Centuries ago, the women of a village in Europe banded together to escape their abusive husbands. They'd heard tell of an island under the constellations of Cassiopeia and Andromeda, and they fled here with their children in tow. Months later, the men they escaped tracked them down. As their ships landed, the men were met by a ferocious female army. The women succeeded in driving the men back into the sea. However, it was at great cost. Many women lay dead, slaughtered. Only my ancestors and a few others survived.
So basically, this is a bootleg, the mascara. There's some bootleg Amazons with magical flower. That's what I'm getting.
She knew she couldn't tell you how she felt, so she showed you. She entrusted you with her most valued secret.
And then Alice tried to steal it.
Someone was never
Which broke her heart.
You weren't a threat to me, Alice. You were a threat to the entire island of Coriana.
Is that a new solution?
Dr. Rogers.
They were testing all of them.
So, we'll check back in 24 hours and look for progress. Help! Help! We need help in here!
What the hell are we dealing with?
The guy that
How did I get
Well,
back
not
he
just-
here?
marks the people who kills. After he kills, I think he killed all of them.
Victor Zaz? No, I don't think I have
Good
anything
news.
with them.
I got you.
That was those scientists. Remember when they they were trying to get the effects of the rose out of those from the people that got bit by the bats.
What did you do? I
So-
should be asking you that, Missy.
They were all tested on.
Why'd you go to Angelique's in the batsuit?
I needed a lead on Ocean.
You're dying, and you waste your last gasps of energy on him?
No, I find Ocean, I find Alice. So I can hear her last gasp.
Ryan. No, I am not going down without getting justice for both of our moms.
Such an obvious place.
It ain't in there. That's why it was in such an obvious place. It's best you stop digging, Sophia. Title of the episode.
Sir?
They have my cake, damn it. I can't stand losing another daughter like this. Desert rose hips. I'll plant them, nurture them, feed them blood so they bloom. Pretty soon, all of mankind will have its miracle drug, and I'll have money to travel the world.
You were not supposed to have those.
There's a lot Sophia tells us we can't have. And I want you to come with me.
This is where it all began.
So they leave, and then
get caught. And then minor racing, and then after that, who knows? And she's seen the whole thing, so she probably snitched on them.
I don't know if she heard that.
The man who
She's seen the road, she brought it out. So
So
she was just watching.
the
She
one
could.
person who offered you a second chance and freedom from your past is the same man Sophia convinced you to stab through the heart.
Sorry, that's it. That's your big mic drop moment. Surprise! You killed your soulmate that you don't even remember. Yeah, I found my mother's head in a freezer. So if you're trying to shock me, you're gonna have to do a little better than that.
Shut her up real quick.
Yeah.
You thought. I thought
That means the neighborhood was
something
a high
else. You're right.
martial
Sophia
north side by the
sent
water.
somebody to kill those
Why
guys.
should
So
he
it
have
could have been
to
Victor's
walk
ass,
out
but
the
then they
window
arrest him.
fast and he'd have to
So
draw
he's locked
a
up.
lot of power for all those grams.
No, they didn't arrest him.
I thought they did.
Alex,
He did get arrested because
do you love your mom?
Ryan knocked him out, and
Do you
they took
believe in
him.
what we do here? I am as good as dead, Mary. And I am not leaving here without getting justice. So, you can step out of my way and let me do my thing, or I can go through you.
Girl.
You're pretty injured. I think Mary could, this one time, take you.
You didn't even go through her. You walked the other way. I'm weak. That thing's gonna wear off. Whatever she injected in her.
I don't know. She's not gonna be very good.
Alice is a snake that slithered into our garden. Let me kill her.
We're not killing anyone.
I'm going to visit a punishment upon her that fits the crime. Find Enigma. Bring her to me.
Sophia, no. You can't do this.
Yes, my queen.
Enigma?
You wanted to take the one thing that was precious to me. I will take what's most precious to you. Each other.
Who's Enigma?
A hypnotist. She wants to screw with our heads.
You're not a snake, Alice. You're just a broken little girl who sought refuge from her trauma by escaping into a fantastical book. I know the big, wild world seemed daunting to you. I was going to show you how easily you could rise and thrive. But instead you turned to him for solace and rehabilitation.
She didn't do anything wrong.
You are going to go home, Alice. You are going to embrace this fairy tale persona of yours, and you are going to imbue it with fury!
Gotcha.
Enigma did this? Of course.
If it was,
She's a
is it
hypnotist.
really that easy just to find Alice? Like, why didn't you been do that then?
Legion of Lady Loyalists.
I think she's trying to find Ocean to get Ocean to
Good
go
riddance.
to Alex.
A flower's meant to save lives, yet it destroys everything it touches.
This isn't gonna be good. She's not any match for Alice in this
This
condition.
is it.
She's just thinking like, oh, I'm gonna die, so I gotta do
There's
this.
a bar in Portofino I've always wanted to try. Cobblestone streets near the harbor.
Now I'm off to Coriana to get my final revenge on my sister. Unless you have a reason to stop me.
So I believe Coriana is the island. I was right about that. It's been, I hate when they take breaks because I start to forget stuff.
Live your life.
On top of we watch so many shows as it is.
See you, Alice.
Alice, do you know who I am?
Okay, I've had a day. Can we do this in, say, 2-3 weeks?
Do you know who I am?
She's gonna take her mask off.
Honestly, so many women keep showing up in that outfit, it's impossible to keep track.
How's this? You killed my mom, and now I'm here to kill you. My mom meant everything to me.
I have no memory of your mommy.
This is not gonna go like her dream.
Did you hurt yourself? Is that my fault too?
That's the same move basically Ocean taught her. Yep, and then she flips her. Well, that arm trick anyway is what he taught her. Seen this coming, Ryan, so should you. I thought she was knocked out.
Yeah.
It might have just...
Or in too much pain to get up.
She's just gonna get whooped. Did she just drag her by her hair or Kate?
I think it was her arm. And then her left arm, which pulled the engine.
Killed her. Your army did. Because of you, because you turned them into bloody killers!
Ocean about to come in.
Ryan! This isn't the girl I raised.
But she killed you.
She's not. I don't think she would have killed
I'll
Alice.
obey you this way.
She might have
You're not worth it.
had the upper
You'll
hand right
never
there.
be worth it.
It wasn't my fault.
Everything's your fault. Now leave.
So basically, Alice is saying there's more to that story than you know, but you're not willing to listen right now.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
This must be the airport shuttle. Get in.
Did you see her outfit?
Yeah.
Air crew out of terminal.
Okay, so where is she?
I let her go.
What? Okay, there's not killing, but there's still apprehending.
We need her to go to Coriana. No, we don't. She'll kill Kate. I'll stop her.
How?
She put a tracker on her.
I put a tracker in her boot.
In the
We
boot?
follow her.
How the
We
hell
find Coriana.
did she get it in the
We
boot?
save Kate.
I don't know.
And we get you the Desert Rose.
On the jacket would have sounded better than in the boot.
Right.
Okay, so what'd you think about this episode?
Like, it kind of.
It wasn't my favorite. I think the ending
I like.
gave me some more points towards it because at first I was just like, it's kind of boring. Like, I don't feel like the backstory told me much. Did it really? Did we learn anything that we didn't already know?
No.
Well, yeah, we learned Sophia's in love with Alice. That's it. And we learned how she got sent. Like, so basically after that happened, she sent her back to go back on her revenge spree and kill the rest of her families. But I would have been fine if I never even got that backstory. Like, what did it add to Alice's character?
Nothing, honestly.
Nothing. Like, her
I
story...
mean, that little scene where she was hoping that Ocean would change her mind, maybe, about going back to the island. But that didn't happen.
Like, I guess the point of it was she had some humanity. She was redeemable, but basically, I guess it's just saying Sophia put her on that path to continue being Alice. But, like, I guess the point I'm just trying to get across is, like, I just figured she was going to do that anyway. Like, I didn't think that there was more to the story. Like, why was her going to this island all that necessary? I guess it makes a little bit more sense for how she can fight. But that's really it. Like, I guess I still need to know how she met Mouse. How she met back up with Mouse is what I meant to say. And, like, how she got a gang. Like, I don't know. I guess those are... I feel like would be more interesting than what we're getting. Like I don't know. I don't feel like I learned anything from much of anything from the beginning of that, but I don't know. I guess I feel like this whole storyline just was not needed because I really wasn't even asking those questions because most villains have a gang, so it wasn't anything spectacular. I don't really care for the Sophia character at all, so I guess that might be why too. We also learned that Tatiana loves
Sophia
and is out for Alice because she's jealous. But again, I'm still trying to figure out where's the storyline going. Like I get, okay, she has Kate, but I'm failing to see, like, if they didn't have Kate, what about her would be so, menacing? Like, what makes her a villain?
Previously on Batwoman.
Ryan's only hope is the Desert Rose.
You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to say, though?
Sophia, woman, that's my daughter.
Yeah.
You can't locate her, but since this was the last
You don't get what I'm trying to say? What makes her a villain?
Kate?
No, Sophia.
Because she sent that knifed her or whatever. Maybe she did something to it to make Alice act.
I mean, no, I'm saying they wrote this whole storyline for her to go after Alice or whatever. But what makes Sophia a villain? Like, if Alice never bothered her or anything, she never came across her, would Sophia even be a threat? Like, what was Alfred's daughter so scared of her for? Like, what makes Sophia scary? Like, I'm not scared of her. I'm not worried about her. She doesn't do anything. Tatiana seems to be the only threatening one. Like, what makes her a villain? Like, she's not threatening the city. She's not threatening the world. She just wants to protect what she has. That's not a villain to me. She's boring. The character is boring.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
nothing makes her a villain. I don't know. I mean, the only thing that's bad about her is she has Kate, and that's what's driving everybody towards her. Besides Ryan, who needs her wound healed. But even then, there's other writing devices, which I think originally they were gonna have the Supergirl crossover or Superman and Lois crossover to fix that issue, but they had to rewrite it because they can't do crossovers. But other than that, I feel like they kind of had to come up with the story quick because I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I just don't find that whole storyline engaging. I'm more engaged in like learning who Ryan is, watching her turn into Batwoman. Like, I'm joining the villains of the week because they're pretty cool. But I'm just not enjoying the Sophia stuff. Those bits are boring to me. The Ocean was a cool character, but it seems like he just left. I'm still loving the show, by the way. Not trying to bash the show.
Did you say that Ocean?
No, I don't think I did.
I think you did.
I don't know. How do you feel about the whole thing?
It was boring. I was trying not to yawn the whole time.
I just meant the whole story overall, though.
No offense.
The
This
Sophia.
episode was just so dry, except for the fight scene.
Yeah, at the end. That's why I said the end kind of redeemed it a bit. But, like, I was more engaged in last week's episode. Like I said, the villains of the week have been more interesting to me than any Sophia crap. But, like, can Sophia even fight? Right. Is there anybody else on the island besides Tatiana that's threatening? Like, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but we'll see. We're getting close to, like, the midpoint, so I'm sure. I mean, I'm hoping that they do something to make Sophia a bit more threatening, more relevant. Because, honestly, by the time we get to season 3, I'm like, Sophia who? Like, what has she done to... Like, Alice, like, from the moment of season 1 she came on the screen, I'm, like, engaged in her character. I want to know more what's going on. Like, Sophia, I'm like, if she wouldn't show up for the rest of the season, I wouldn't question it. Could care less, really. That's where I'm at with her character. Man.
I have no sad. I didn't really know what happened. So.
And I love Alice, but I feel like this whole storyline was because they're struggling to find something to do with her now that Kate's gone.
Yeah, probably.
That's how I feel.
I feel like these whole episodes were written one night, And they had to write it before 11:59.
I think, well, you know what the problem with that is? Usually when they write stories, they plan these out way in advance. Like, they already know what they're doing in season 2 before they finish season 1, generally. But when Ruby left, you know, well, COVID shut it down, first of all. They didn't even get to finish shooting. Mm-hmm. Then Ruby left, so they probably had to, like, rewrite all their season 2 plans. That's really what I'm thinking happened. And then, you know... Like, I mean, they name dropped Sophia, so they were clearly planning to do something, but I'm thinking it wasn't going to be exactly what we got now, and they had to change a lot up, and I think that's kind of why, I don't know, maybe this character's falling flat for me. I don't know. I don't want to keep bashing it, because like I said, I am enjoying the show. I'm loving Ryan. I love Luke and Mary, always. Commander Crow, as much as he's annoying me, he makes for good TV. Sophie, seems like they're kind of just trying to throw her in the mix too. But like, you already heard my predictions on the last episode about, or one of the last videos about her. I ain't about to re-say all that. But yeah, but we'll just see where it goes next week. That's all. This one wasn't too special for us. But that doesn't mean it wasn't special for you guys and that you guys didn't enjoy it. So be sure to let us know what you guys thought.
Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to Patreon for full and our reactions.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Same.
Bye.